welcome to my final episode. Welcome to the final episode of me going live for 2 weeks straight. Of course, I missed one day, so I had to make up for a day. I was doing it Monday through Friday. That's why I am here on the finale day on a Saturday. But hey, I made it. I did it. It was a task that I had to give myself because for some reason, in the beginning of my career, I was highly consistent with going live. And I mean, highly consistent. And then all of a sudden I got overwhelmed or I just stopped. I don't even know really what happened. I just kind of stopped. And so I'm getting back into the mode of going live because this is something that I absolutely love to do. And so my first try at this was earlier this year. I said, I'm going to go live for 30 days, Monday through Friday, 30 lives. Yeah, that probably lasted to 12 or 13, maybe even 11. And then, just couldn't do it. And so I took the time to rest, regroup, and I came back and I said, okay, we're going to do 2 weeks and then we'll go from there and see what happens. And so I did the 2 weeks, Monday through Friday. I am excited about the results that I have received from that, and I'll be sharing that on our consistent live. So here's what's going to happen as of Monday. Well, when Monday comes, I will be posting when I will be going live. I will be going live once a week. I'm not even going to give a date for however long God has me going live. I'll be going live once a week. It'll still be in the same format. The keynotes, 10 to 15, max 20 minutes of either motivation, inspiration, teaching, just whatever I feel at that time and at that moment, or if I've learned something and I want to share, or we have something coming up, or if I meet someone and I would love for you guys to meet them. We may have special guests on there. I'm excited, but I did it, y'all. I'm tired and I'm winded because I have been running around all day and I was running upstairs to be able to get this done because I just came from grocery shopping and getting the groceries done. But listen, y'all, what I want you to do is put a task for yourself, something that you want to accomplish before the end of the year. I don't care if it's going live once. And this is in regards to media. So I don't care if it's going live once. I don't care if it's going live twice. I don't care if it's going live for every day from now until the end of the year. I want you to put a goal for yourself, and I want you to accomplish it. If you're already going live consistently, by the end of the year, add another day. So 2 every week instead of 1. And so I just want you to push yourself because I've pushed myself. But let me tell you guys, I cannot wait to share with you the results of me pushing myself, because I didn't even realize that. I started looking back through my emails and stuff and just looking at some of the results that I have received in these 2 weeks. So what I will be doing over the next couple of days is determining what our live flow will be, specifically when. My next goal is to go back and look at everything with every client that we've worked with, things that I wanted to do, didn't do, things I wanted to keep up with some of the clients, whatever it is. That's my next goal. That's for the end of the year. So I finished out my first goal. So now for the end of the year, I am working on that. Working on some personal things that I want to accomplish for myself before the end of the year that aren't pressing, just personal things, but I am putting some goals on myself, and I'm not making it heavy. The things that I'm doing are very light, because it is the end of the year and you kind of want to rest. But to be honest, my rest period is usually July, August, September. We're still working, but it's a slower time for me as I'm preparing for the new year. And then I start ramping up November, December, because usually we have an event the first of the year, which we are not having this year, but we will be back in 2027. I am spending 2026 to pour into myself so that I can refill my cup to be able to pour into you all at another level, to be honest, at a greater level. I'll talk about that a little bit more in these lives over the next couple of weeks, but I'm excited about all that God is doing. I made it. I did it. I know it's Saturday night. I know not many people would be on. If you're watching the replay, hashtag replay. I just wanted to get it done. One of my mentors says he didn't care if it was one person, 1,000 people, or nobody in the room. We better show up like it is 5,000 plus in the room. And that's just something that has always stuck with me and that I'll continue to do. And I'll actually give you guys a testimony. It's like, I remember when I first started out doing lives. At that point, not really many people knew me. So nobody was coming to my lives. And I mean, nobody. And I mean, for months and months. Like, I'm talking about not just a couple, people getting used to you being back on, so they're not popping on. I'm talking about months and months. And I just kept showing up. And one of my clients actually found me from a live. And then once we got into the space of working together, she was explaining to me how she watched all the live. She watched the replay. This lady, and you could see how many people viewed the live or whatever. She never commented, never liked it. But at the time, when she did actually invest, she invested in my highest package at the time. And it wasn't somebody that locally knew me personally, one-on-one. It was somebody who literally was online. So I know it works, and I know it can work. And I know that consistency will always be the strategy, and consistency will always be the line of demarcation between success and not being successful, to be honest. And I don't care. I'm not even saying it from being consistent from a live perspective, but being consistent just in whatever you're doing or whatever you're called to do, or in the process of what you're doing. Being consistent is always going to be the line of demarcation between being successful and not being successful. And honestly, I don't care if it's going live consistently, if you need to post consistently, if it's you doing your sales call consistently, if it's you showing up consistently. I don't care what that consistent action should be for you. But here's what I have learned. And honestly, I have truly learned it within these past 2 weeks going live. This level of consistency has helped me to cross or be able to truly identify that line of demarcation and some of the things that I have been stuck in this year. But now, today is the day. We have completely finished 2 weeks of going live. I'm excited. And I will, on Monday, be releasing how often I will be going live, which is once a week. And the topics, again, will be around marketing, PR, media funding. They will also be around life. Somebody asked me, people love me to talk about love. I mean, it's not really a topic I talk about. I definitely don't talk about my love life, because it's ain't none of your business. However, I mean, I'll talk about relationship a little bit. But the main things I'm going to talk about outside of that is being a caregiver and an empty nester. And I guess, dating could be a part of empty nesting. But I don't know, y'all. It's just not, I just, it's just some things that I feel like just your personal stuff you just keep to yourself. But that's just me. I think that honestly, in this space, when you are an influencer or someone that goes live or someone that is always sharing so much, there should be topics that are non-negotiables that you do not talk about. I teach my students and my clients that you pick 3 main messages that'll be your core messages online that you'll talk about, and then you determine how deep you want to go within each message term, and you just don't stray from that. And I've done that successfully for a very, very long time. And I found out, I know that it's successful when people say, I'll say, oh, hey, I'll post a picture and say I was in Vegas. I didn't know you were going to Vegas. Well, and somebody will post like, I didn't know you were going to Vegas. Well, that's because I'm so open online. People think that I tell everything, which I actually don't. There's so much that I do not tell and so much that I don't share, especially in the space of PR. Like, I've met so many people over the past 2 years that y'all would be like, hey, that y'all would be like, oh my gosh, that I don't even share. I don't know why. It's just because I'm there to do a job. I do my job, take my pictures just for me and move on. But what I will say is that being consistent, understanding your core messages. And again, I have 2 to well, actually 3 core messages that I talk about. And then I determine the length or how much within those message terms that I want to speak on. And I don't stray from that. It really just helps keep me in line and in order. And it helps me, and it also helps to keep a level of privacy for myself. If you know me in real life, I am not one, like, I really don't like people in my business. And it's so much that I do not share. And it's not a lot of places I go because I don't, it's just things that I do not go, I don't go. And I know places that I don't go because I just don't like a lot of foolishness, and things that I do not do because, again, I don't like a lot of foolishness. Um, Honestly, what was funny is a friend of mine said to me the other day, two different friends on 2 different occasions. One said, "I love the fact that you operate your life successfully with a calendar, and I cannot wait to get to a space where I am operating my life through a calendar." And I'll talk about that in one of our lives upcoming because I've had to really structure my life with all that I do, and you'll be seeing some of that this year. I'll show a little bit more of what I really do. And then my other friend just said that she loves the fact that I am um, very confident in who I am and what I want to do and what I don't want to do. And now we were talking in the space of travel because, yeah, when I travel, I mean, I don't like sharing rooms with people. I'm a grown woman and I have a busy life. And when I'm traveling, whether it's for business or for personal, that is a space of relaxation for me. So I don't want to share no room. I don't want to smell nothing nobody else got. I don't care if it's a fart. I don't care if it's their perfume. I don't care if I don't care. I don't want to smell it. I don't want it. I don't want to somebody that breathe hard when they sleep, snore. Don't want it. I don't want to be around it. I have this thing like until it's my husband, I'm good on that. Like I don't need to, and I'm not doing that. Plus, for me as a caregiver with a busy life, when I travel, whether it's for work or for play, my time in my room is my sacred time because at home, although I have my own room, it's not always, I don't always get privacy. Somebody is knocking or calling or doing something. But when I am away, they know that I'm away. And so people don't really bother me. And so that is my time. And so I honor that time. Plus, I remember me telling somebody, like, listen, I've worked very hard to make enough money. So if I travel, I want to be able to travel the way that's comfortable for me. And so those are things that I do. Another thing that I used to look at and that I had chosen to do was just the format and the way that I travel. And even the way that I do some of the things. Like if you know me, you know that I love Janet Jackson. When I go to her concerts, I'm gonna pay a little bit more heftier price because I like her a lot. I like her. I like the way she performs. I just enjoy the experience. So other people may not. So I have literally flown and gone to Janet Jackson concerts and experiences by myself because people may not want to pay for the seats that I'm willing to pay. So I've learned over the past several years that I like what I like, and I'm not willing to sacrifice, especially because I work so hard. And when I do have time for myself, I'm not willing to sacrifice experience for myself. Now, other times I may, if it's a group of people and I'm like, it ain't that big of a deal, then yeah. But if it's something that's really serious to me, I'm not sacrificing my experience. So these are some things that I've just learned over the years and some of the things we'll talk about during our sessions and time together. But look out for me on Monday, and I'll be sharing when, where, and how I'll be coming live every week for you guys. All right. Hope you guys enjoy the rest of your weekend. And always remember, you set the tone for your day, year, and life. Make it a great one. And I believe in you. Let's get it.